Good evening, everyone. Can you all please come on camera? I know either you're going to start your day or your day has just ended and you all are tired and back from office. Please switch on your camera. Toastmaster Samita, all the speakers and evaluators, please come on camera. It's not that late. It's just 7 p.m. here in India.
I'm not able to start my camera because the host has stopped it for some reason.
You'll have that change. Okay. Hi, good evening. How are you? Doing good? Wave your hand. All the speakers, are you set? All set for the meeting? All the best to all the speakers and all the best to all the evaluators too. I hope evaluators do learn from the speakers and I'll be learning from all of you. So before I hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, I want to highlight few key points which are very important to keep in mind during the meeting. Toastmaster International allows us to present our views on all kinds of topics, but at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on topics of sex, religion, and politics. We also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and in spirit. Hence, ensure there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones which create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. I will now be calling upon our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari, who is a software engineer working in Bangalore and loves to travel and cook. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bimpy.
Thank you so much for such a warm welcome. Fellow Toastmaster and guest. That was Toastmaster Chaitanya, our sergeant at arms for today's meeting. Can we have a big round of applause for him? A very good evening to all of you. It's my pleasure to presiding over the Gabby speech marathon. I would like to welcome and acknowledge the presence of the guest to our meeting. Dear guest and visiting Toastmaster, we appreciate you joining us. Due to paucity of time, we won't have an opportunity to each of you introduce yourself. But we would love to know you. I would urge you to use the chat function to share a brief intro of yours. We will ask you to share your feedback at the end of the meeting. For the benefit of the guest, I would want to reiterate the Toastmaster is a home to people who wish to face their fear of public speaking. Not only that, if you love to connect and network with others, if you want to hone your leadership skills, Toastmaster is the place for you. It's a safe place to learn, unlearn, relearn. We are proud to carry forward this 100 years of old legacy, which is spanned over 100 plus countries. For the benefit of guests, I would like to explain the structure of the speech marathon. So we have two sections for today. First section is prepared speech, and second is evaluation session. To help me in today's speech marathon, I have a timer. The timer for today is Toastmaster Sudharma. Would you like to introduce your timer role for today? Or, okay, Vigan, Toastmaster Vigan, are you the replacement for Sudharma?
Yeah, Toastmasters today. I will be backup for Toastmaster Sudharma till she is joining.
Yeah, would you like to explain your role for today, timer role?
Yeah, as timer today, I will time all the session till Toastmaster Sudharma joining, all the speakers, the time duration for the prepared speech, the general speech would be 5 to 7 minutes. Then at the 5th minute, I will show green card. At the 6th minute, I will show yellow card. And at the 7th minute, I will show red card. And for the prepared speeches, there will be 30-second grace period for upper and lower limits. And for other speeches, the time duration will be shown in the as per the agenda. And all the evaluations, the time allocated time will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2nd minute, I will show green card. At 2 and 3rd second, I will show yellow card. And 3rd minute, I will show red card. And for the evaluation also, there will be 30-second grace period in lower and upper margin. At the end, I will come up with timer report. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vegan, for explanation for timer role. Our first speaker is Sanjana Garai. Sanjana is a student of IIT Varanasi and she is currently pursuing BTech plus MTech in Maths and Computing. She is attempting her level 5 project 2 of persuasive influence path. The purpose of this project is for member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the path with the help of a team. Timer, please note the length of our speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And Toastmaster Dhwani, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Sanjana. Okay. Toastmaster Sanjana, the next big thing, Toastmaster Sanjana. Over to you.
Modish Monday, trendy Tuesday, winsome Wednesday. Oops, nothing to wear for Thursday and Friday. And there's also Pratiksha's birthday party on Saturday. Just a second. 1 second. There's a disturbance. I'm sorry, there was a disturbance. There was a knock on the door. Can I repeat? Can I start again?
Yes, sure. Shall I repeat your title once again?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, you can repeat it.
Toastmaster Sanjana, the best big thing. Sorry, Toastmaster Sanjana, the next big thing. The next big things, Toastmaster Sanjana. Over to you.
Modish Monday, trendy Tuesday, winsome Wednesday. Oops, nothing to wear for Thursday and Friday. And there's also Pratiksha's birthday party on Saturday. I need to go shopping. How many of you have experienced a similar incident? I see. Today, with rising fast fashion trends, did you know that an average person buys 60% more clothing than used to buy 15 years back? And that's me occupying 60% more clothing space in the wardrobe than my mom. But the fast fashion industry is the second largest polluter in the entire world. So there's a clear need of action. After a lot of research, me and my team came across this trend called thrifting. It means the sale and purchase of gently used pre-owned clothes. And according to researchers, it is one of the simplest and most economically feasible practices. So let us try to understand the thrifting landscape in India with the help of a small fun activity. Ready? So I want all of you to open Instagram on your phones. Come on, the essay is not going to say anything, I promise. On Instagram, open this page called Lulu Thrift. It is LULU underscore THRIFT underscore. LULU underscore THRIFT underscore. I'm also putting the name and the link in the chat for your convenience. For some background, this is one of the largest thrifting pages in India. Now you have to find your favorite jacket on this page in 5 seconds. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Phones down. Now raise your hands for how many of you who could find your favorite jacket. I see. I'm sure we would have many more hands raised if you would have repeated this experiment. Okay, I see Toastmaster Prabha has found it, but I'm sure we would have many more hands raised if we would have repeated this experiment on Amazon or Myntra, isn't it? So you see, the thrifting industry in India is so unorganized and scattered over various social media platforms. So we, six enthusiastic individuals, embarked on a venture called Pre-Love, an e-commerce platform with an aim to build a network of thrift businesses in order to provide our customers with increased variety, affordability, and convenience. We had divided this task into four main verticals: operations, marketing, tech, and finance, and a chief in all of them to handle it well. Now, Mango Sum Collection is nothing great without Kiara Advani's jazz. And so we also knew that we couldn't make a mark without proper marketing. Now, of course, we couldn't get Priyanka Chopra to become a brand ambassador, but we did start an Instagram page. And on that, we used to post reels and memes. As you know, our main target audience is on Instagram. And we also started a LinkedIn page to attract investors. Thrifting is a very novel and I would say not so popular thing in India because of the point of view of the moms and pops. How can my child wear a cloth worn by someone else? So first, we had to educate people about the benefits of thrifting and then promote our brand. And unlike our competitors, we did this by engaging reels and memes. And we also will build a WhatsApp community in which we'll have all the fashion talks. Pratiksha, a pro designer hailing from the National Institute of Fashion Technology, would be handling the marketing. And with her help, we would network in each and every fashion college in India. What a better place to start with. The operations would be some heavy lifting. But with IIT BHU having the largest alumni network among all IITs, we can easily find an alumni in the logistics division, and we can set up our logistics and shipping. And of course, ask for some discount too. Looking at it from the finance point of view, I doubt we'll initially make any profits. Our initial revenue channels will be from subscription plans, like Amazon Prime for Amazon. We'll have a Go Omega plan. Then from commission from sellers. And we'll gradually expand to ads on our website and product boost features for sellers. And the finance will be handled by a mastermind from IIT Guwahati who has cleared the FRM, Finance Risk Management Part 1, one of the toughest finance examinations. And the techie guy in our team is a student from the computer science division of IIT BHU who is a dab hand at web development. And he'll make sure that our website is easy to use, just like a second-hand Myntra. Me being the leader will ensure that all the verticals function smoothly. We've also been allotted a guidance committee from the entrepreneurship cell of IIT BHU who will be constantly monitoring us. The base, the cheese, and the sauce are all ready. And we'll add awesome toppings on the way. We're being guided by a master chef. So I'm sure the pizza will be pretty tasty. As I shut down my laptop after hours of brainstorming on the plan, I exclaim, we are going to become the largest second-hand e-commerce in India. The next big thing is going to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjana, for giving a beautiful insight on fashion. Moving to the next speaker, Maanvi Kumar. She's a biotechnologist turned into psychology enthusiast. Currently, she is pursuing PGT in training and development from ISD Delhi. She is attempting her level 1 project 2 of leadership dynamic path. The purpose of this project is to learn and review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Timer, please note the length of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Prava, you will be evaluating your designated speaker, Toastmaster Maanvi. Toastmaster Prava, are you there? Okay.
Hi, I'm here, please.
Yeah, thanks Prava for confirming. Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar, silence. Silence, Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar.
Silence, sometimes considered as horror when you are alone at home, and sometimes boring when you are on a call and the other person stays silent. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests present here. I am going to tell you about a boy who I met when I switched my school from ICSE to CBSE 1. This was my very first day in Standard 6, where I was forcefully seated with a boy who was the most talkative one in the class. He was someone who loved blabbering, irritating teachers with silliest questions, and who had the guts to move out of the class on single instruction, that with a smile on his face. At that time, I thought, how can someone be so indisciplined? But I had no other option. Slowly and steadily, we became friends. Now we were not only two, but a group of 6. These 6 people did each and everything that a school student is allowed, who is supposed to do. Made by irritating teachers, teasing friends, cheating, bunking, enjoying, and whatnot. The school completed, some went for their higher studies, some started doing their job, but these 6 people were still connected over call, video call, Zoom calls, and whatnot. But as we say, on calls, sometimes it is steady and it becomes boring. Same happened with us. Slowly and steadily, the calls started become boring. We thought we haven't met from last 7 to 8 years. Maybe that is the reason. So why not let's have a get together? The time was decided, place was decided, what exactly we'll be going to do was decided. And finally the day came. The hugs, the laughter, the music, food, everything was there. But something was still missing. The person who made this group, the life of this group, that naughtiest boy, was physically present but silent. We thought he is the only son of his only mother. Maybe responsibilities made him that matured, and we ignored. The day went well. After that, the calls even became a little interesting. Time passed, and one day, after few days, a group call came. The call was from Saurabh, the person who was the naughtiest one in school and was silent. We received the call, and you won't believe that's something that we were missing from last many years was back. The call went for 1.5 hours, and the only person who was speaking was Saurabh. He made all of us laugh. He was the one who actually teased us on that call after many years. After 1.5 hours, the call disconnected. We had finally a relaxation in our heart. That's something that we all were missing from last many years is back in our group. The joy is back in our group. We went towards our chores. After a few hours, we received a call again. The call was from Saurabh again. We picked up the call. Hi Saurabh, you missed something or you missed teasing someone on the last call? Beta, you lost him. We lost whom? Beta, you lost your friend Saurabh. You lost him. Hearing the silence, the weeping voice again said, Beta, I'm alone at home. Please join me as soon as possible. Should we believe to the call we had few hours back, where he was the only one teasing us and making all of us laugh? Or should we believe to the call that her mother made and said, we lost him? We ran towards his home and we saw her mother sitting beside his body, crying. She hugged us tight and cried for hours. After some time, she handed over her phone towards us and said, before leaving this world, your friend sent me a voice clip and I want you to hear it. We played the clip. Mama, I know I'm leaving you so early. After Papa left us, I have been there. But Mama, you lost a son today. Do you know what your son gave you? 3 daughters and 2 sons. I'm really sorry, Ma, for giving you these stupid, brainless children. But trust me, when no one else will be there, they'll be your pillar. They'll give you strength. I have one request, Ma. Don't call anyone for my funeral. You have a family, and only you six should be there when I finally go. I'll have a smile and relaxation in my heart that finally I did something good for you. My stupid siblings, chalo ab rona band karo. Now stop crying and come meet me for the very last time. Love you, my stupids. Mama ka dhyan rakhna. Love you, Mama. My dear audience, how many times does it happen that a person stays silent in front of us and we ask him the reason of his silence? If we could have asked that reason from him on the very first day, we would not have missed him. He would have been there with us today. Next time, whenever someone stays silent in front of you, just ask him, be there with him. Let them scold you, let them irritate you, but don't let silence break you or your loved ones. Smile, make others smile, but don't let silence break you or your loved ones. TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maanvi. Moving to the next speaker, Shilpi Tiwari. She is MBA holder with 3 years of work experience in HR as recruiter. She is a Reiki practitioner and also NLP. Her hobbies are singing, dancing, and painting. She is attempting her level 1 project 4 persuasive influence path. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. Timer, please note the speech length of her the time duration for her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Sanjay, you will be evaluating your designated speaker, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari. Are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for confirmation. Shilpi Tiwari, emotional quotient. Emotional quotient, Shilpi Tiwari. Over to you.
I would request you all may you please close your eyes for just 15 seconds and recall the best, happiest moment or the favorite person that you have met this month. I request you all, please just close your eyes for 16 seconds and feel that moment. How was that? I can see some smile on some faces. Yeah, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much. So what we did, we have just raised our emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. Emotional quotient or emotional intelligence simply refers to the ones who know how to deal with any situation with good control or ability to control your impulsiveness. That can happen by awareness about our emotion and to know how to control over that in any situation. The people who have high emotional quotient, they have the ability to identify and describe the people, what they are feeling. They have the feeling of empathy, concern about other. They show sensitivity toward the feelings of other people. They know the strength of their personality, their positivity, and their limitation. They accept change and embrace it. They accept the responsibility of their mistakes. So emotional quotient can be broken down into 5 categories: self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, empathy, and human relationship management. So self-awareness. If I'm angry and I have good amount of EQ, I know I am angry. That is self-awareness. Self-regulation. I know I am angry and I know how to control it. That is self-regulation. Social awareness. Suppose TM Chaitanya has just scolded on me or yelled at me. So I know how to control myself and how to conduct myself. Empathy. I should think he might have had a bad day at the office or the work. So that's why the reason. Then last, human relationship management. To know how and why anger comes out of an human and to eradicate. Suppose, let me give an example. Suppose your home is on fire and your family is trapped into it. What will you do? What will be your reactions and why? Do you sit back and think, what will be happen? What will be the consequences? How much is fire? Or you just start evaluating about the situation and you jumped into the building to see your family. We human beings are emotional creatures. We work, we think, we behave on our emotions instead of logical thinking. Let me tell you an incident. One day, I went for a morning walk. I met one of my uncle. I met him after a long time. He was sitting before the shop and reading the newspaper. We started conversation. He was telling me about his beautiful experience of his life. We were into deep conversation. Suddenly, one black car just rushed out of the parking space and missed by inches to hit my uncle. And that driver of the car just wiped out his head and started yelling on us. One looking angry face on us. And my uncle, he just smiled and waved that guy. I was surprised. I asked him, what did you do? This kind of incident will take you straight away to the hospital. Then my uncle taught me a lesson. That's what I called it. The law of garbage truck. He explained me, many people live with the garbage truck. The people around us have the lots of garbage, lots of pain, anger, disappointment, frustration. And once their garbage rises up, they need a place and they will dump it on you. So don't take it personally, just move on. So bottom line is, successful people never allow others one to throw garbage over them. They just move on. So how I am increasing my emotional question? First, I have started listening to the people carefully. I am paying attention what they're trying to tell. Second, empathizing. I'm putting myself into their shoes. And in order to understand what's their view. Third, I've started responding instead of reacting in difficult situation. So my friend, today I'm just sharing a slide to you and let me know which personality that I have put here in the slide have the highest emotional quotient. Can you all see my screen?
Not yet.
Now? Now?
Yeah, now
Okay.
we can see.
Okay, so you can see I have the personality. Can you please tell me between Saurabh Ganguly and Dhwani, which do you feel have high emotional quotient? Anybody, please? That will be helpful. Dhwani, yeah. And between these two?
Aishwarya.
Yeah. And this?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah. And I have taken two characters of Friends, Monica and Phoebe.
Phoebe, sure. Phoebe.
Okay, okay. Great, great. So, my friends, once you wake up in the morning with regrets, it's better to just love the people who treat you with love and just pray for the people who don't. So, my dear friends, have a garbage free evening to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari. Moving to the next speaker of the day, Gihan. Gihan is an electrical engineer by profession, working at Morgula hydropower project, Sri Lanka. In his free time, he enjoys playing badminton. He is attempting his level 2 project 3 presentation mastery path. The purpose of this project is for the member to define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. Timer, Karthik, would you able to give backup? Okay, thank you. The length of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Gihan, the compass in the direction of hope. The compass in the direction of hope to Toastmaster Gihan. Over to you, Toastmaster Gihan.
Thank you, Toastmasters today. Good evening, my dear Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. I was about 4 years old. My mom was getting ready to attend in for a meeting in a welfare society. I was crying to take me as well. She stopped me by taking a stick. My brother also wanted to go with mom. There was a hanging rope in the kitchen corner, used for tying up that meal covering bucket. My brother suddenly went to that rope. I will hang this rope if my mom will not take me. I was surprised how my brother came up with such suicide idea. Then my mom came close to him. If you hang with this rope, the total roof may be fallen down. Then there will not be able to sleep all of us. Then my brother suddenly came to me and both of us started playing with just forgetting everything. My mom took different strategies to control and build us since me and my brother was in different understanding level. Another day, I was playing in the home garden with my siblings. There was a huge rock nearby my home and I was trying to climb on that. Hey son, don't climb on that rock. There are dangerous snakes. They surely bite you. That was my mom. She had been looking us secretly inside home. Then we didn't even go closer to that rock also because there were dangerous snakes. When we grew up, we realized that there were no dangerous snakes. If she had told the actual situation not to climb, then surely we could climb up there without hearing her sayings and could make big injury on us by falling down to the huge drop. We born in this world as babies without knowing anything except crying. Even that also we didn't know how to do in correct manner. Since our childhood, our parents were the first mentors for us to teach and practice each and every in our lives. How to speak, how to kneel, how to stand, how to walk, how to eat, how to drink, how to laugh, how to cry. Likewise, they have been teaching us each and every life activities step by step until now to stand and live in the society as a perfect, fulfilled individual. I started the Toastmaster journey as a newly born child on that international platform. Even I joined due to the enthusiasm on improving my speaking skills. I didn't know anything about the system or strategies on that platform. I had a great opportunity to have some mentors to take guidance to stand and grow up confidently in front of such international fraternity. I met the first mentor from my home club. Then I had from the Gabbys. Since I really respect and grateful all the mentors in this platform, I may not mention any mentor name here. When I was working with my mentor, I really felt sometimes like my teacher, sometimes like my parents, sometimes like my close relative, sometimes like my best friend, because my mentor was giving me personalized guidance by identifying my specific needs and goals. Every time he made me very much confident to be a speaker or any role taker. And not only that, he expressed great appreciation when it was completed, providing constructive feedback for improvement. Through the journey of my life, from birth till now, I had several kind of mentors in day-to-day life, as well as now in Toastmaster life. When I worked through this darkness of this Toastmaster fraternity, my mentor guided me how to use a candle to see my surrounding, how to use a torch to clear my route, how and when to use spotlight to clear my target, to focus my target, how and when to use decorative lights to color up the darkness, and how and when to use colorful fireworks to shine up to the world as a brighten up star. Mentoring is a powerful tool for personal professional growth. All to Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gihan. Let's move to the next speaker of the day. Next speaker of the day, Shrilakshmi Hegde. She is certified image consultant and soft skill trainer by profession. Her interest in public speaking and leadership skills made her to join Toastmaster. She is double, triple crown winner and double path breaker. She is the founder of Imaginatic Image Consulting Services as well. Today, she is attempting her Level 2 Project 3 Visionary Communication Path. The purpose of this project is for the member to define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. Timer, please note down the time duration for her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Alok Kumar, you will be evaluating designated speaker Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. The
Yes.
impact of mentors. Yeah, thanks Alok Kumar for confirming. The impact of mentors in my life. Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde, the impact of mentors in my life. Over to you.
Mentors are the one who creates hope within. This is the popular quote by Oprah Winfrey, a popular American television show host and television producer. When I read this quote, I can connect with this quote very, very well, and I can empathize with that quote. Few years ago, I was at a very, very low point of my life. I was angry at God. I stopped visiting temple. I was questioning God, why you had given this life to me? Why I have so many punishment to? Why I am facing a lot of challenges, obstacles in my life? I stopped visiting temple also. Now I am to ask sorry from God for that action. But 3 years back, during COVID time, I came across my spiritual mentor, Dr. Jain. She's a popular past life regression therapist. She's one of the popular regression therapists in India, and she's also called as Dr. Brain Noise of India. After coming in contact with her, I learned spiritual lessons from her. I even did past life regression sessions, week of past life regression course. After doing past life regression course, I realized that whatever challenges, obstacles I had faced, it is because of my past life karmas. I myself decided this life to clean out my path. That is the few things I learned. After taking this lesson from her, I completely became a positive person. I started meditating regularly. Before I couldn't sit for a second to meditate. No, from that day onwards to till now, from past 3 years, I meditate every day. I during one of the session, I had seen Sai Baba as my spirit guide. So after seeing Sai Baba as my spirit guide, I started going for Sai Baba's temple regularly, and I make sure that visit Shirdi every year once. And every Thursday, I read this book of Sai Baba without missing every Thursdays. That kind of impact she made on me. Only because of mentoring, I became this kind of spiritual, positive person. I want to thank Dr. Jain for helping me awakening spirituality in me. I even realized that after becoming spiritual person, to clean my any karmas, I should help people as much as can. That is the one thing I learned. I am doing it regularly to help people who needed help. Now coming to my professional life, Toastmasters life, I have current past mentor is DTM Sorodatta. When I joined Toastmasters, I was scared to take officer role. I was not aware what Toastmaster also. Because of his support, I served as SA for 1 year. And another my past mentor, Lakshmi Sujat. In my previous project there is effective coaching project. I told her, Lakshmi, I can't do this. I will start my third path. This is very challenging project, high performance leadership. But because of her mentorship, I am able to complete that path successfully, effective coaching. That challenging project was very challenging for me. And now current mentor, Aparna. She mentors me not only in my Toastmasters, outside Toastmasters also. Before, my tone is very, very fast. Whenever I call her, she always tell me to speak slow, speak slow. After she became mentor, I even started speak slow. Of my even become about my my word choices also. I even careful about it. Whenever I speak in mother tongue also, I remember Aparna's words. I start to speak slow. It helped me, being a trainer, I should speak slow. So it helped me a lot in my professional life also. This credit goes to Aparna, which I have practicing for more than 25 years. After Aparna became mentor, I started speaking slow. And I even start to listen to people. I even started to listen to people and more. And in professional life, I launched my company in 2020, Imaginative Image Consulting Services. Madhu is mentoring me in that. Before I used to post regularly social media post by doing Canva edit. But few days back, she told me to do video recording. Before I was very shy to do video recording. I was thinking how my voice will come, how I will see in this video, what people will think. These kind of things were running in my mind. But once I thought of doing, I will try it. What will let it happen? I will try it. I will make my video and I will post. I made first video on about presentation skills. After posting that video, I got a lot of positive responses from the people, lot of likes in social media. After that, I gained confidence. I made a lot of videos till now. I think till now I made more than 50 plus videos. That credit goes to Madhu. And I have a dream to launch my own YouTube channel. That is only because I gained confidence in making short videos on Instagram post. No, what till now, whatever I am standing in front of, whatever I may do, this credit goes to my mentors. Whether it's spirituality awakening in me made by Dr. Trupti Jain, whether my Toastmaster journey, DTM Sauro, Lakshmi, Apanna, and in professional life, that is because of Madhu, I am able to do it. Today I want to thank my mentor who helped me made me what I am today and made me a better human being and a better person. Thank you, Toastmasters. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. It's really important we should be having a mentor in our life who can give the direction in the right way. Now moving to the next speaker of the day, Devasish Parmar. He's alumni of Dhwani College, Kolkata. Professionally, he's a chartered accountant by profession, and he's currently working at EY. He is deeply loving the Bengali food as per his upbringing in West Bengal. He's attempting his level 2 project 3 of presentation mastery path. The purpose of this project is for the member to clarify, define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. Timer, please note down the time duration of our speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal, you will be evaluating your designated speaker Toastmaster Devashish Parmar.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for confirmation, Karthik. The tell Devashish Parmar, the tell of a lost Toastmaster, the tell of lost Toastmaster Devashish Parmar. Over to you, Devashish Parmar.
Just 1 second. Whether the timer will be side by side or?
Yeah, could you please highlight timer? Ju Master, could you please highlight timer once?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, Vegan.
Once upon a time, when I finally conquered my CA examination, I thought I was invincible. But there was a problem. My communication skill. I stumbled upon the idea of Toastmaster, a club where you can become a public speaking guru. Easy peasy, I thought to myself, I will join, boom, and I will become pro. So I trotted off to a Bangalore Toastmaster club like a wide-eyed guest. Just to give you a glimpse of my first meeting at first meeting. Every member was well dressed. And each member was as poised as a penguin on the red carpet. Even listening to those speakers was like watching a professional acrobat walking on the tightrope without any net. I was overwhelmed, terrified, and self-doubt clutched me like a stubborn koala. There was a 10-minute break in that meeting. I clung to the snack table like if it was my lifeboat, trying hard enough to gather that courage to speak to the member and know about the details of joining. But let's just say that I ended up eating all the snacks in the plate with no membership form. Time passed, many years passed, and I was in 2019. I found myself in 2019, now in Delhi. I said to myself, hey, why don't you just give a try to Toastmaster again? So I went as a guest in Toastmaster Club of Gurgaon. And I even become a member. And I also started taking roles like timer. But when the time came to give my icebreaker speech, I froze like a popsicle in a blizzard. I was so disappointed in myself that I gave up faster than a cheetah in a snail race. Just like that, time passed. Many years passed again, and I found myself in 2022, trying to revive my journey of Toastmasters. So I joined PSN Toastmaster Club in Bangalore. This time I was serious. I swear, I was serious enough to start again with the role of timer. But lay and behold, after attending few meetings, I was disinterested again in this process. I am totally unplugged from my Toastmasters journey. It was in 2023 that I wanted all in. So I decided that to put my toe into the water before committing myself. I started attending offline sessions as a guest. I started to muster enough courage to push myself on those dreaded table topic sessions. It was as if like pushing a reluctant cat into the pool. During one of such meeting, I stumbled upon the speech of DTM Saurav. Listening to his speech, I felt like finding a cozy hammock in the jungle of Toastmasters. It was as if like I found a safe place to learn and grow. All these years where I felt lost in this journey of Toastmasters and running like a headless chicken. You know why? Because I couldn't find a mentor who could guide me. When I joined Gabbys, I was given a mentor after 1 week of joining. And it was none other than the queen of expression, Toastmaster Lakshmi. She took me under her wings, helped me with all my speeches. She helped me even rehearsing. She was like a GPS whose signal was never lost. She was always there to constantly help me in my journey to become it more enjoyable. She helped me with my speeches in changing the content, updating it, so that I can give better speech. I remember two things, which I will always remember what my mentor has said, that when you rehearse your speech, speak without a script. And in one of her speech, she used the form of dance for emphasizing the importance of emotions, feelings, to make it more better, to make your speech more better. The journey of Toastmaster, we often find ourselves lost in this dense jungle of public speaking and leadership. But it is our mentors who help us in enlightening our path, helping us to gather enough courage so that we stop self-doubting ourselves. So let's raise a toast to our mentors the real most valuable person in this journey of Toastmasters. It is our Toastmasters, it is our mentor without who can make easy things, who can make hard things easy. So as we navigate in the journey of Toastmaster, may the light of mentor shower on us, and may we in turn become the light to others. Remember, even in the wildest jungle, with right mentor, you will find a way out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devashish. Definitely, we can correlate with the speech you have said today. Moving to the next speaker of the day, Shaifali Singh. Shaifali Singh is an ICF ACC coach and soft skill trainer and image consultant. She enables transformation and builds executive presence through shifts in behavior, communication, performance, and appearance with business coaching, behavioral skill training, and image consultant, and a personal brand embellishment. She is attempting her level 4 project 1 of effective coaching path. The purpose of this project is for member to develop and apply skills for coaching a fellow member or a person outside of Toastmaster who can benefit from his or her expertise. Timer, please note down. The duration of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Anupama, you will be evaluating your designated speaker, Toastmaster Shaifali Singh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Anupama. Toastmaster Shaifali Singh, like a flowing river, Toastmaster Shaifali Singh, over to you.
Thank you, TMOD. Can I also have the timer on screen, please?
Jo Master, please spotlight the timer. Thank
Yes, just give me a minute, doing it.
Life is like a flowing river, and like a river, it never passes the same place twice. In life, we must do what we must do, and we must do it now, because the time that is gone is going to go forever. We are always doing something or the other for the first time, moving from where we are today to where is it that we want to be. And this journey can be so overwhelming, sometimes even confusing, and at times demotivating. And here is where a coach like myself can add value to navigate and improve your skills and find that path for yourself. I am sure that a lot of us have had coaches and mentors in our life. I even heard some of the TMs speaking about it today, like TM Devasish and TM Shrilakshmi. So a raise of hands, if you have a coach or a mentor that you look up to. You can also give me a thumbs up if that works. And in times when we are struggling to make a decision, those are the people we go to, right? Yes, I do see some hands up. Brilliant. For a lot of people, a coach can add value. A coach is like a sounding board wherein you can just go and discuss what is it that you really want. And you need that space from someone who is not going to, just put your opinion. So you become like a sounding board to them. Now, I have been fortunate that I have embarked on my journey as a coach. And within this journey, I've had the opportunity to coach a lot of people. And today I would just like to share an experience about how it was when I coached somebody who is a dear friend of mine. Now, initially, I was extremely skeptical because coaching a friend, oh, that was a territory that I had not embarked on yet. But I said, okay, let me give it a shot. Let me go with the flow and see what it has to give me. So I started my conversation, and I'm going to emphasize on this again. This person is a dear friend. I've known her for years. So in my experience in coaching with her, I tried to explain to her that, I am going to be a coach today and not your friend. So I would want you to be as open and tell me about what is it that you really want. What is it that you want to take away from our session? You are investing your time. How can I be that person that holds that space for you? So in our conversation, she said, hey, you know what? And this came to her even without thinking. She said, I want to be financially independent. I said, okay, all right. Tell me more. And because I was coaching a friend, there were so many emotions going into my own heart and mind. And I was learning in the process such important skills for my own self that I was not going to have any prejudice against this person or any preconceived notion or any judgment for that matter. Because right now, I am a coach. I'm not her friend. So when I asked her, she just said, I want financial independence. I said, okay, tell me more. I want to know why, where is it coming from? She gave me a list of things, I've been doing this and I've been doing that and I've been taking care of my family for X number of years. And, now is the time I have this emptiness coming in and I want to really do something more for myself. I said, brilliant. Okay, so what is the plan? What is it that you want to do? How are you going to achieve this? So first of all, I have never worked. So I said, okay, we can work with that. Let's see, what are your skills? Now, when I was coaching her in all of this, I just realized, and this was a moment of realization that came to me, that you don't know someone till you actually know someone. And just by having conversations with a person, just by talking to them without any judgment, without any prejudice, you can know so much more about that person. Because in my mind, if I were to sit there and judge her, I would think, okay, she's a homemaker and, why would she want financial independence all of a sudden? But no, I listened to her with an open mind and let her babble and let her be into her own flow. The other important thing that I learned, and I am so glad that I did the coaching with a friend, because I do not think I would have got these valuable lessons if I had coached someone else who I did not know. I learned that I had to resist my urge to give my opinion. Because as I said, this person was my friend and is my friend. And I know her for zillions of years. And I know her family and I know everybody who's around her. So resist giving my own opinions, my own experiences. It is not about me. And with that thought process, I listened to her and we tried to understand what is it that she really wants. And in our conversation, somewhere I started to again sympathize with her. Okay, I get it. I see where you're going with this. Then again, I was a coach. I cannot sympathize. The point of me being a coach was to get her to come to clear goals, clear objectives of what she had set out to do. But during our conversation, I realized that she was lacking confidence. It was not financial independence. She was looking for her individuality, which had got lost somewhere in the process of so many years of giving to others. And we started working on that. We started working on how can we own ourselves back? How can we instill that confidence? And I would not have known of all of these. I wouldn't have gained all these experiences if I hadn't taken the leap. So here is a thought for all of you, that a river never stops flowing and learning also never stops. So the next time you feel that you're getting stuck, maybe talk to a coach and let your river of learning and experiences flow forever. Thank you so much. Over to you, TMOD of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaifali Singh. I must say your friend is really lucky to have you as a Toastmaster. Having said that, moving to the next speaker, first I would like to encourage other speakers or the Toastmaster to come on the video call to encourage our speaker. Okay, moving to the next speaker, Monica Ashwini. She is a MBA and management consultant at Accenture Strategy. She is attempting her level 5 project 1 presentation mastery path. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. Timer, please note down. The time duration for her speech is 18 to 22 minutes. Toastmaster Joanne Joseph, you will be evaluating designated speaker Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. We know what we are, not what we may be. Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Monica Ashwini, we know what we are, not what we may be. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Monica Ashwini.
I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can hear.
Identity. There is no feeling of being alive without a sense of identity. Identity. It's not just what we think of ourselves, but it is a social construct that involves how the society perceives us. Identity. The awareness of our unfinishedness. Identity is unfinished, and we continue to grow as human beings throughout our lives. My fellow Toastmasters, identity is important. This speech today will explore the possible change in one's belief based on the reality of who they really are and how one's perspective can change from how they were raised to figuring it out on their own. And I will walk you through my journey of self-discovering my identity. I, me, myself. Before I talk about myself, I would like to know about you. Have you ever reflected upon yourselves? How do you identify yourself? Rather, how do you define yourself? Let's take a pause over here and let's see who else can share their thoughts with me. Can I see a show of hands, please? May I ask TM Devasish to answer this? How do you identify yourself? How do you define your personality? I think you're on mute.
Well, I identify myself as a person who is very straightforward. I don't like going and beating around the bush, whether the person likes it or not.
That's great, being straightforward. I see TM Samita raising her hand.
I identify myself as being a mom, a teacher, and an educator.
That's great. That's great. I see TM Dhwani also raising her hand.
So I identify myself somebody who is more towards cheerful and bubbly in nature. And yeah.
Cheerful, bubbly. Yes. Anyone else who wants to give it a try? TM Bimpy?
I would like say of myself, like who really like going with the flow where I'm not understanding what actually I need to do. So basically I would like to go with the flow.
Okay, I think you probably want to say that you enjoy the process rather than the actual goal. And I think I completely resonate with your thought over here.
Yes, sometimes I do. Yeah.
I see TM Shaifali also raising a hand over here.
So I identify myself as someone who's really passionate about her work.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Anyone else who wants to go ahead? Give it a try. Okay. So based on this discussion that we had amongst ourselves, identity is a culmination of one's thoughts, actions, profession, behavior, and so on and so forth. It can also include what one consumes, be it the materialistic tangibles, the kind of profession that we are into, abstract ideas, the daily grub that we consume, and so on. We tend to associate ourselves with certain characteristics or certain adjectives, such as being selfish or selfless, being garrulous or being taciturn, being confident or being shy, and so on and so forth. I bet zodiac signs and astrology have a great resonance over here. What I mean to say is that we all are a product of our experiences. That is something that we should not forget. I want to walk you all through my journey of discovering my identity. When I was born, I used to be that introverted kid, busy as a beaver with my books around. Growing up in my high school years, I turned more assiduous and regarded grades as the most important priority in my life. When I moved to college, it gave me exposure to a different milieu altogether, and my priorities changed. I figured out that there are so many exciting things in life apart from grades. And I must tell you, I experienced everything, good or bad, so that I don't end up with that contrite expression on my face. I guess I did well, huh? And as they say, never regret anything that brings a smile to your face. You fail again, you learn and you relearn. That's a loop, isn't it? After I became a professional and I started working for an organization, I ascertained that it was time to be serious in life. Why? Because I wanted financial security, I wanted comfort, I wanted work-life balance, and that is still continuing. But what I am still scouting for is mental peace. That's the area where the struggle is still on. Mental peace is something that my mind and my soul is still seeking for. I discovered that I find my relief in writing. Writing not only unhinges my brain and allows my feelings to reveal themselves, but it also provides insight into what my concept of self may be, from where my fleeting interests stem to why they exist in the first place. Throughout my life, I have constructed my self-identity solely from the influences of those around me, adapting pieces of passers-by that pick my interest until their significance dissipate into the wind. And my mind prepares for another gust of inspiration. So basically, my mind is always looking for people or ideas that can inspire me so that I can move ahead in my life and accomplish as much as I can. Writing in itself is a self-discovery, as I've always believed that even lay people can tune into untouched portions of their mind when posed with the challenge of jotting their thoughts down on a paper. So I started off being with a dilettante writer, and now I think I've progressed a bit. Before I proceed, I would urge you to share a few anecdotes from your life that you describe have been life-changing. For example, for me, it has been writing. It has transformed my personality. It has transformed my thoughts. I would like to ask you to share a few insightful moments from your life that have been life-changing. Can I see a show of hands, please?
Well, I can go.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So for me, it was like always I knew that instances where I was kind of hesitant of doing something. Maybe for example, this public speaking itself. So I knew from very beginning that if I do this, I'll do well. But I was kind of hesitant. So I pushed myself and did this. It was kind of life-changing for me.
Okay. So when you exerted more and when you pushed yourself, that you think has been life-changing for you.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Anyone else who would want to give it a try? May I ask TM Gihan to please share his thoughts on this? Okay.
Actually, I didn't get what you are saying. I was preparing that report, so I didn't.
Okay, sorry, my bad. No problem. Anyone else? Ishu, TN Ishu, would you please go ahead?
Yeah, hi. I hope
Yeah,
I'm audible.
you are audible.
Yeah, thank you, Master Monica. I would begin with the thought that you began your speech with, the thought of identity. And what I've always wondered is how the locus of our identity is always external to our beings. So, pertaining to that, most of the times we are trying to conform to that same mold which has been set for us. That you have to do this and you have to do that. So, one of the points which really changed my life was I was working at a very prestigious government sector bank and as a deputy manager. But somewhere or the other down the line, I realized that this is not what I want and this is not how I would lead my life. So that is when I took a break from hardcore banking and decided to change my track towards teaching. So I think at one point of time, you have to take stock of what you really want and whether you are living somebody else's idea of your life. Over to you.
Correct. Correct. I applaud you for the courage that you had and you quit your job and took a different profession altogether. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Anyone else who would want to go ahead? Okay. So, I was reading a book named as Identity. I would like to show you this book. I hope most of you can see this. It's a book by Francis Fukuyama. And I'm going to resonate a few thoughts here as well. So it says that our identity is segregated into two parts. The first part is our inner soul, and the second part is our outer disposition. This is the first point that he mentioned. And the second point that he mentioned was the part that encompasses dignity and craves recognition. I'll simplify this, no worries. My inner soul is looking for mental stability, as I suggested earlier, but my outer self is looking to achieve or accomplish milestones aligned with my moral principles. And at the same time, I demand recognition from my external environment. That's how we all are. I hope most of you resonate with this thought. And Francis Fukuyama suggested that unless we forge a universal understanding of human dignity, we are doomed to endure unending conflict. And this conflict can be within ourselves, between ourselves, amongst ourselves, and so on. And you know what? This is very, very true in our contemporary world. Look around yourself. I hope to a certain extent, I'm able to awaken your thought for the search for your identity. I'm not expecting any explicit answers over here, but my urge to you is to have some introspection, to scout for your distinctiveness, how different you are. What progress have you made in your personality over the years? What you were and how far you have come. I'm still gripped by the persistent sense that I'm running out of time. But I've learned to flip that fear around, look through it from the other end, and understand it as a love for being alive. I'm beginning to look at my apprehensions that way too. Before I kick the bucket, before I die, I hope I'm able to explore more ideas, more inspirations, more people, food, and so on. My whole life should be one prolonged hunt. That's the fun, isn't it? The idea of identity can be extended from an individual like me, you, all of us, to an entire community, a nation, and the whole populace. I have realized that the concept of identity evolves over time and happens in stages. Nevertheless, the conflict that I spoke about earlier is the thought that I'll never collect those portions of myself hanging in the mist is really daunting for me. And it plagues me, perhaps more than it should. It bothers me more than it should. And it's bothering me more with age and time. However, I have come to terms with the fact that my childhood, adulthood, the catastrophes, alongside societal expectations, I may never piece myself together fully. In fact, there are a few days wherein I take refuge in my own ability to chameleon myself among my peers. My brain is allotted a momentary chance to breathe, as if I've switched on an autopilot setting. Perhaps one day I will indeed find my niche and build my foundation upon which to cement my self-identity. Yet, until that day arrives, I will persist with my writing through the fog of seeking peace, and maybe I will emerge from the shadows with a sensation that I am ultimately complete. My submersion into this inkwell has only just begun, and I will not relinquish hope in the face of defeat. I hope I'm helping you to gather your thoughts. There is one small piece of learning I would want to share about personal identity. Personal identity is complete when the person is the sole constructor of its nature. When we ourselves decide how my identity should be, what should I work towards? And that includes the freedom to associate and make relations with the world as the person would want, free of any force. But as TM Issue very rightly said, the fact that our existence is relational, it's dependent on external factors, external people, makes us subjects of power. We are written, constructed, shaped by that operation of power, which itself uses relational channels of contact and prevents us from being whole persons. Because most of us, we generally think, okay, what this person will think about me if I do this thing. This is a musing, an exploration, and a question to your own self. Even though in the form of a rather meandering speech of mine right now, it is still one rather small question. Think about it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Bimpy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Now moving to the next speaker of the day, Samita Kar, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Toastmaster Samita Kar, having 30 plus years of experience in academic as a principal and now as a trainer. She is the mother of two wonderful children. She is another speech crafter who is now all set to become Toastmaster. Samita says, I'm enjoying the journey, looking forward to the process of becoming a captivating speaker. She is attempting her level 5 project 1 of presentation mastery path. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. Timer, please note down the speech duration is 18 to 22 minutes. Thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta, you will be evaluating your designated speaker, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Could you please confirm, Distinguished Toastmaster, you are there? Okay.
Yes, I'm there. Am I not audible, visible?
It is in, yeah, I can see you. Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster, for confirming. Toastmaster Samita Kar, School Education Post-Pandemic, School Education Post-Pandemic, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Over to you.
My fellow Toastmasters and the guests, today let us look at school education post-pandemic. We all know change is the only constant factor in our life. We keep on changing, but boy, oh boy, what happened during the pandemics? The change was overnight. We were not prepared for it. It hit us. And then, first of all, we scrambled for safety, not going anywhere, keeping our schools closed. Death everywhere round the corner. Fear in everybody's mind. Then came the vaccine. We became worried. What will happen to our school children? Are they going to waste time like this? But what to do? Can schools reopen? No, the government said you cannot reopen schools. Then next option, online. Suddenly, overnight, everything came online. Were we prepared for it? Never. No one ever thought that in a huge country like India, where the internet is not there in most of the villages, we can transition to online teaching. But did we rise up to the occasion? Yes, we did. Maybe every single place did not have the required infrastructure, but teachers worked really hard. They learned how to teach online. The students equally enthusiastic, sitting at home. Suddenly, traditional classrooms were no longer needed. Suddenly, sitting in a classroom, talking to friends was not there. Did the learning take place? Some will agree, some will disagree. Many of them said online is not a method to teach school children. But when no option was available, this was the only hope that we had. Fast forward 2 years later, school has opened up. Offline teaching has begun. Can we discount the fact that online teaching is essential in today's day and age? Let us look at the industry. What does industry want? Suddenly, going to office was no longer necessary. Sitting at home, work from home. Many industries still is doing that. What type of people do they need? They need people who can adapt easily, who can relearn their skills, who has digital literacy, and most importantly, problem-solving skills. Now look back to our schools. Were we giving these skills pre-pandemic? No. We as teachers, we actually sell dreams. dreams of a better life. If you study now, you will get into a better college. You will have the life you have dreamt of. But today, only marks will not be able to achieve that. Only having a certificate in your hand saying that you have scored 92%, 94%, 98% is not going to guarantee you having a very good job opportunity. Because there, skills are necessary. Did we prepare our children? No. Can we prepare them now? Yes, we can. How can we change? The best way I feel is that we should divide our school into 3 distinct sections for students to study. The first section, the morning section, will be about the student learning about mental health and physical health. Explore spirituality. Make sure that mentally the child is strong enough to face life. The second part should be where knowledge is exchanged. All the subjects, physics, chemistry, bio, maths, history, geography, everything can be taught. And the third part should be an optional part where they learn the life skills. They learn the skills which will make them a very good worker. And at the same time, they can explore their hobbies. How is this possible? For the mental, physical health, of course, playgrounds are important. Along with that, meditation can be taught. Stress management can be taught. I am in no way discounting teachers. Teachers are necessary. Teachers are the ones who will mold the child. But in today's day and age, along with teachers, we need more forces to hold hands to make the child a completely developed individual. Coming to the second part of the school curriculum, where we exchange knowledge. Maths, history, geography, as we all remember, were pretty boring. Why? Because the black and white pages that we see cannot compete with the beautiful videos we see online. We always compare mentally. We always compare mentally. Can't we have our studies a little more colorful? A better version? Here is the opportunity to use online, to use videos specifically made for school children and make these learnings much, much more interesting. At the same time, we can have 2 types of courses. One with a higher, one with a lower ability. If someone is interested in calculus, be it so. Let the person study. At the same time, if someone is not interested, the person is more interested in the arts field, why force him to study calculus, which never in his life he is going to use? Let us use that time to teach him something more interesting. Next comes our history, geography, languages. This vast country, India, has so many languages. We have a very good process of teaching children in the mother tongue. But can we discount the workforce? Maximum workforce is migratory. They come from a place to work in a certain place. That is not their mother tongue. Should we discount them? Or can we have an online system where they can learn in their mother tongue? Can we have a place where a child wants to learn different languages is free to do so? we should remember school is not a place where a lot of money is invested. Money is limited and we have to work with that. When we have these online courses, it may be costly in the beginning, but in the long run, it will be much cheaper. These online courses will also reduce the burden of the teacher. Evaluation is a huge responsibility. The more subjects you do, if you have a grade 1, grade 2 subject, if you have 5 classrooms, evaluation can be done online. Let it go for 50-50% evaluation or 70-30. Let the teachers decide what they want, but let them get a break by using technology. The third part and the most interesting part is a place where you can have a plethora of subjects which a child can choose. Let it be a small course, 3 to 6 months. What can he learn or she learn? Life skills, financial skills, taxation. They can learn about their passion in life. What is their purpose? How to find their purpose. They can learn about time management. Even giving back to society. Today, this question is important. Do we teach our school children to grow up and give back to society? No, we don't. Why then, when ISRO is launching a rocket, do we not find a single IITian, the most elite of our school education system? Not a single one there. Why? Do they not need to come back and give it back to the country? What they have learned, highly subsidized their education is. We need to teach them. We have never taught them that they need to give back to society. If the child is financially literate, they know that credit card does not mean free money. A misconception many of us have. They will know what is budgeting. They will know what is saving, what is spending. They will make better financial decisions in life. When we talk about time management, we are known as Indians, Indian Standard Time, Indian Stretchable Time. Why? Can't we teach right from beginning that we need to keep our time? It is precious for us and for the people whom we are calling to meet or we are entering into a class. When we teach them about their purpose in life, they are now motivated. It's not necessary that every single person has to become a doctor, or engineer, or MBA. There may be different things that a person can do and do it so well. Do we lack examples for that? Look at Dr. Kurian. Went to that arid Gujarat where hardly there is rain, hardly there is fodder. But what did he create? Just by the sheer passion of it. India had to import milk powder. And today, we are the leaders of producing milk. Did it take 1 day, 1 year, 10 years? No. It took 30 long years to achieve that. It was his passion in life. That was his purpose in life. And if you read wherever he has spoken or his written words, how passionate he was, how many bureaucrats he has fought so that he can achieve that. That is the lesson we need to teach our students. Not only students, teachers also need. Suddenly, we told teachers, go online. Did we actually train them? Is 1 day workshop enough for giving a teacher a laptop and saying teach? Most of them didn't have a laptop. They were operating from a phone. Teachers need to be given proper resources. They are the backbone. We need to reskill them. Again, here I will talk of online. That is the easiest way to give them that resource to learn, to have a technical person helping them out, not for one day, not for 1 week, sitting beside them so that they have that technical help. A teacher is supposed to teach, not be a technician. School management has to look into these matters. See that they are getting enough time for reskilling themselves. See that they are getting enough time for evaluating, for studying for the next class, and giving them the knowledge, the financial security that they need. Teachers are fine, students are fine, they are what we see. But the unseen forces are much stronger. They are the parents. The parents are not aware of the scenario right now. They do not know what is video editing. They do not know that blog writing can give a child money, that can become a profession. They are not aware of what this internet world has opened up. Taking them into the fold is very essential. Showing them that today the world has opened up to new possibilities, which maybe 20 years, 25 years, 30 years ago was not even a choice. They want the best for the child. No parent wants their child to be poor. The urge, the desire to force them into medical or engineering or management is for the child to earn a decent living. And if that can be explained to them, that can be shown to them, that what exorbitant rate the private education is going to, and what are the other options that are available, that a child can explore so that they can make a decent living for themselves, I am very sure that none of the parents will ever object to it. They will be on board, and when parents are on board, then this work becomes much easier because they will also be the guiding force. We, most of the time, talk of students as a single entity. It is not. Students, along with teachers, parents, management, together make the atmosphere of school. When I talk of atmosphere, we should not forget the infrastructure. If I am talking about online education in such a big way, we need to understand that a different infrastructure is needed for having those online classes. I want to show a 4K video. I do need that screen. I do need that equipment. I do need a person who can play it on. I do need a person, if it goes wrong, what can I do with it? So infrastructure needs to be highlighted. And last but not the least, the management of schools are in hands of people who want to educate with a good thought in mind, but they have to also look in the money they are making. It is imperative that they are given leadership skills. They are taught that if you have a vision, you have good teachers, good infra, your school will prosper. Money is important. Yes, it is. We cannot talk of a big institution running only on words. But how and where to use that money? Is it okay to pay a teacher who is very good an amount of money? Is it okay for making an infra for online teaching and spend money, because that will give your school the boost that it needs? They also need that confidence, which can be given to them. Traveling is optional now. Online is what will make this process much easier, much better, and much clearer. We have to have this in our mind that tomorrow is a new day. 10 years down the line, maybe what we are learning today will become irrelevant. Maybe what we are doing today may become irrelevant. Something else may come. We do not know the future. But can we make our children future ready? That is one thing we all should think about and give a very serious thought to this and work towards it and implement it right now. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Who all wants break at least for 5 minutes? Definitely, we need a break for 5 minutes.
Bimpy, Bimpy, you can call Toastmaster Saurav to give his evaluation and then take a break. He
Yeah,
needs to
sure.
leave. Yeah.
Sure. So, DTM Saurav Datta, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Samita Kar. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster, for evaluation.
Thank you so much. Samita, you have put me particularly in one problem, that I can never hear this speech again from any other speaker. I mean, the way you came on stage and you delivered the speech, it was so authentic in every line, in every word, in every pause that you took, that it's very difficult for me to think of anyone else delivering this speech or anything related to this ever, and me giving that kind of an attention. You know, it's like that that Sherlock Holmes and that particular character playing Sherlock Holmes, right? We just can't get that nose out of our mind. So similarly, I can't get Samita out of this speech. The pause, the poise, the presence, the pause, the pace, everything was perfect. I also love the fact that that you actually gave some very relevant examples, the bloggers and this and that. And, you know, overall, the 30 years of your teaching experience came out on stage today, and we could just feel it, the cause that you relate with. Now, this is a very difficult evaluation because I have to evaluate 22-minute speech in 2 to 3 minutes. So I will quickly move on to the recommendations. I've got quite a few for you. So first of all, the title, never ever give away the speech in the title. And you did that. From the first word, we knew what you're going to talk about. What does that mean? That the audience knows the subject. Keep the audience hooked on, keep them intrigued, keep them excited, enthused about the speech, so that they are there to listen to your speech. Make it a little cryptic. Second, engaging an audience for 18 to 22 minutes is a very, very hard job, right? And you know that. Now you're not a college, now you're not a school principal. So we are not bound to sit here and listen to you. That discipline is not there. It's not in your advantage anymore. You're like any of us today on the same platform. And here there is no captivate audience. You have to captivate the audience. So to captivate the audience, you need to engage the audience using questions, using anecdotes, asking them, how many of you use what you learned at school? What do you do, Toastmaster Bimpy? What do you do, Toastmaster Smruti? What did you learn, Smruti, that you are using now, which you did not learn at school? Things like this would have engaged the audience. You could have used props also. You could have picked up books of physics, chemistry, mathematics, and showed them and said, do you use these in today's world? Or maybe you can put up a phone and say, a blogger, and show that, or do you use these? Something like this would have kept the audience engaged. If you see, when you started this piece, there were 25 people. Now there are 20. I'm not saying exactly that 5 people left because you were not able to engage the audience. But if you would have engaged, probably they would not have left. The other slightly difficult way of doing that is using humor. And finally, some of the choice of words. You told at one point of time that we sell dreams. Maybe that's the truth. But how much of truth can we take? In the country we live in, Siksha, and the teachers are looked as gurus, and the gurus are looked as, God. So there we sell education, we sell dreams is something that many people in the audience may not find it palatable. So these are a few recommendations from my side. And apart from that, Wonderful speech, great delivery, and great style of delivery. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh, for evaluation of Toastmaster Samita Kar. So I would like to take 5 minutes of break. It's really needed now. Let's come back by 8:55. Is it okay for everyone?
Yes.
Let's come back in 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Can we have all the Toastmaster? Okay, before begin with the next section of the meeting, that is evaluation part. Can Zoom Master launch the polls for best speaker of the day?
Yes, doing it.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Hope everybody has voted for the best speaker of the day. Can we call timer? Do we have any disqualification for the speaker?
Yes, actually, Toastmaster Shaifali Singh was disqualified. Ola qualified.
Okay, thanks for the confirmation timer of the day. Let's begin to the next section of the meeting. First, I would like to call first evaluator Dhwani. Dhwani will be evaluating Toastmaster Sanjana. Dhwani is VPM of the Gabbys TMC and the area director of 31D and District 117. She is double, triple crown winner and double path breaker. Over to you, Dhwani. Can we spotlight Sanjana, Toastmaster Sanjana as well?
I think Toastmaster Sanjana is not there. You can continue your evaluation.
Okay, sure.
May I go ahead?
Yeah, sure, Dhwani. You can go ahead.
Thank you so much. And to my target speaker, Sanjana, I must say that, Sanjana, I really love it when you come to the stage and the energy that you get as soon as you enter the stage and as soon as you start talking. Everybody is just hooked to you that what is it now? What is new that she's going to talk to us and tell us today? So that's a really great take as a speaker. I must say that your project was of more towards the leadership aspect where you had to deliver a speech with respect to planning, organizing an event or organizing or planning a committee for that matter. Now, being a leader, the most difficult part is to curate your team who is just the right person for the tasks that they're supposed to do. And you have done that flawlessly, which is just amazing, which we all could see through your speech today that you crafted. I liked that your selection of the startup, which was about fashion industry, and you having thrift stores for your Instagram for that matter. That was also really great. I liked your selection of the startup and the things that you work around with your team, with every person having the designated task to do. Delegation is very essential as a leader, and you did that very greatly through your speech. I liked how you did that small activity as well by telling everybody to just take out their phone and check their Instagram with the link that you had sent. A great audience interaction too. Good usages of the props when you started your speech with the clothes that you had. It literally hooked us, and we were wondering what is she going to say now. I really like your stage presence as well. You have a really amazing stage presence, and I liked how you were utilizing your space. Now, coming to the part where you can take your speech to another level is that even though your stage presence is really great, the delivery aspect, when it comes to speaking something important, when you're talking something important, don't try to move around and use your stage at that point of time because that will not create the impact which it was supposed to do, right? So how about you stand in one position when you're talking about your finances, talking about the operations, stand at one position, talk with the authority, and then deliver and see the impact that your speech creates. Now, since it was your startup, you could have elaborated more on what was the thing that motivated you. Now, you were talking about how you curated the team, that we understood. Now, what are the things that you could have told us was about what motivated you to start this at the very first place, and what was the things that what challenges did you face with the people around, with the team around? If you could have mentioned that, that would have been actually more great. Nonetheless, a great speech and all the best, and can't wait to hear your future speeches. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhwani. Moving to the next evaluator of the day, Prabha. Prabha, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Maanvi. Over to you. Over to you, Toastmaster Prabha.
Yeah. Can we spotlight her? Okay. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Maanvi. It was very strong and thought-provoking story and speech. And I'm really, really sorry for your loss. I mean, I can't imagine the pain you went through, but it definitely felt like a personal loss. Now, coming back to your speech, the first thing that caught my attention was your title, which was silence, right? And you took us through various roller coaster ride of emotions through your story. There was joy when you talked about friendship. There was suspense and unpredictability. Initially I thought maybe it is about a love story. Then in the middle, I thought maybe it is about friendship getting faded away with time. And then the bomb. And there was sadness because the extreme sadness. I felt numb for a while when you dropped the bomb. And yeah, so it was, so through your story, you evoked wide range of emotions, which is why I loved your speech. Now, what I also liked about your speech is you built the instant connection with us through your story. It didn't feel like you were giving a speech. It felt like a friend is telling a story. Secondly, from the beginning till the end, you were connecting the dots for us, which led us to the purpose of your story, purpose of your speech, which is why I feel like you have met the objective of your project, which is write a speech with the purpose, because it was well articulated and clearly focused around your idea of speech. Thirdly, and the lastly, what complemented the most is your ending. You ended it with very high note, and it was very thought provoking. And definitely, I'm sure everyone will be thinking about your story whenever they will feel the same sort of silence with their close ones or friends. Now, I just have 2 points of recommendations for you. I think, first of all, the beginning did not come across as intended. I mean, content-wise, it was very powerful. You said, like, sometimes considered as horror when you're sitting at home alone, and sometimes considered boring when the other person is silent on the phone. So it was content-wise, it was really good, but because maybe you, as you started off as soon as you came on the screen, it didn't take us, it took us a while to grab what you were trying to say. Secondly, I felt you could have taken little pauses in the middle of your story. Initially they were there, but in the middle of story, when you were transitioning from one phase to another, I felt the pauses were missing. That could have taken your speech to the next level. Overall, it was very impactful speech, and I'm really, really sorry for your loss. You definitely did well with this project, and I'm looking forward to hear from you soon with many more speeches. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabha, for the evaluation. Moving to the next evaluator of the day, evaluator third, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, evaluating Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Shilpi, on completing level 1 project 4. Your speech had a great element that I would like to highlight. Firstly, your message was crystal clear and your speech was well organized. I loved how you engaged the audience with interactive activity, showing excellent forethought. You explored into the 5 emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulations, social awareness, empathy, and human relationship with the remarkable details, making it easily understandable for everyone. The real example involving your uncle's life lesson, the garbage truck concept, was a brilliant addition. It emphasized the importance of avoiding people with inappropriate behavior for personal success and peace of mind. Your adept use of PowerPoint, particularly the real life celebrity example, enhance the audience understanding of your message. This was exceptionally well done. However, for areas of improvement, I would suggest working on increasing your vocal variety. While your speech was engaging, incorporating more vocal variety can captivate your audience even further. Experiment with different tones, pitches, and pauses to emphasize key points, creating a more dynamic and engaging presentation. Overall, I enjoyed your speech and your message was outstanding. You have successfully completed this project, and I wish you all the best for your next speech. Thank you very much, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
Over to TMOD.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay. Moving to the next evaluator of the day, Smruti Mohanty. You will be evaluating Toastmaster Gihan. Over to you, Toastmaster Smruti.
A quick check. Gihan will be timing the same. Okay.
Just a minute. Just need to spotlight. Dhwani, are you there? Toastmaster Dhwani?
Yes, I am. I'm doing
Okay. Can you please spotlight Smruti?
Okay. Gihan, you can start the timing now. Toastmaster Gihan, congratulations for the speech delivery. There are 3 very highlighting points which I came across during your speech. The first one is the initial experience which you shared. Even though the title or the topic was towards mentorship, but you started with a 4-year kid and how the mom became the mentor. That was completely relatable to all of us. So the engaging part was beautifully taken care at the very beginning of your speech. Second, you explain the role of a mentor, different hats which they wear. It can be a teacher, a friend, a relative, or a parent. That also gave us a beautiful definition of actually what a mentor is. Third, the figure of speech which you used when you said your mentor taught you when to act as a torch, a candle, a spotlight, or a decorative light. So that's how beautifully you defined what was the learnings you had with your mentor. So you knew the flow, you knew the rhythm, you understood and delivered the speech very beautifully. Certain things from my end which might help you to elevate your speech to the next level. First, when you said a mentor wear different hats of teacher, parent, relative, as an audience, I wanted to understand how. So you might have given certain example that this was an instance where the mentor was a teacher, this where he was a best friend, or she was your parent. That might have added a bit more spice to the story. Second, expression with your, the face and your voice should also collab and should be cohesive to the speech. Let's take the same example. When you said a mentor can be the teacher, parent, relative, or best friend. You might have tried by saying it like this. A mentor can be a teacher, a parent, a relative, or a best friend. So the emotions comes there where we can distinguish, okay, that's how, the things can be differentiated. Another thing, when you end your speech, you gave a beautiful definition of a mentor, but how about what I will take it as an audience? You can give me a message or a call of action. When I go back, I should remember your speech in my mind. You can add with a quote, which always adds adds sparkles. Else you can give a call of action by saying, dear friends, if you cannot see where you are going, ask someone who has already taken the path. So something like this might give a really strong message to me. Before I sleep, I'll remember your speech throughout thoroughly. So that's another thing. Overall, it was a very good delivery. And the purpose of your speech was, where you envision the mentorship, you did. And also explaining when you were a prodigy, you did. So delivery was really good. Certain things here and there can elevate it in a better manner. Congratulations to you for completing your speech. Looking forward to hear more from you. Thank you so much. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smruti. Moving to the next evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Alok Kumar. Toastmaster Alok Kumar, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. Can we spotlight? Yeah, thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Alok Kumar.
Mentors are lighthouse of our life. Thank you, Shrilakshmi, for enlightening us with the importance of mentor in our life through personal anecdote what you have given. Just 3 things I really loved in your speech, which was the way you had the speech has flown. You started with the quote of Winfrey, which is a very powerful, and then you transitioned smoothly into the body of the speech. And in the body, you really detail mentioned about the importance of mentor in the various aspects of the life, starting from the spiritual, then the Toastmaster journey, and then the professional journey, how it helped. And then you concluded that the mentor made me the better person, whatever you are today, the importance of mentor. It has really fulfilled the speech objective, the very purpose of this speech. The very third thing which I really loved about your speech was the kind of confidence level you are showing from the very beginning of the speech, standing posture, gesture, body gesture, and the very important thing, the pace of your speech by which you were delivering. All kinds of audience were able to grasp your speech very well. So you really did very pretty job on that side. That being said, let me talk about the 3 area of improvement which will really elevate your speech. The very first thing, when I saw your evaluation sheet, the very title of the speech was Impact of Mentor in Our Life. And the moment I saw that, I was knowing that the Shrilakshmi is going to talk about the mentorship. And the very purpose, the quotation you started to grab the audience attention, it couldn't hold for longer period because people were knowing that you are going to talk about that. The things were pretty clear. Rather, the second thing what I felt is you could have recrafted your speech in a different way, which had made it more mysterious, more interesting, more engaging. Like, for example, like saying that this person has made me in a spiritual journey. You could have like 3 areas I would like to share with you today, which has made me really in a spiritual, from this to that. In my Toastmaster journey, this to this. Then professional journey, this to this. You know what is the common ingredients, common thread in this? And then you reveal that this is the mentorship. Then you kill the names of those mentorship for which. Here the big audience is going to get hooked. What is making them? Just to summarize that, your speech was really good, authentic, vulnerable, and that has really made it very impressive. I would challenge you to add some mystery into your speech that will elevate your speech and keep the audience hooked to your speech. Thank you. Keep doing the great job. Have a wonderful, and I will, if I get the opportunity, it will be my pleasure to evaluate you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok Kumar, for evaluating Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. Moving to the next evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal. Karthik Venugopal, you will be evaluating Devashish Parmar. Over to you, Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal.
So is Devashish in the meeting? Yes, I'm spotlighting him.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, hi Toastmaster Devashish. You delivered an amazing speech. I'm truly dazzled by seeing the growth of confidence in delivering your speeches. Kudos for you. You narrated a tale of how a lost Toastmaster was brought back to spotlight with mentoring. So first, I'll go with positive feedback. As I said, you delivered a speech with great energy. I did love the comparisons you made with various things like poised like a penguin, you put your toe into water before committing to yourself, running like headless chicken, the queen of expressions. She took me under her wings. You were reluctant to attempt TT as cat gets reluctant before entering the pool. And also you added sprinkles of humor here and there, like you went to a Toastmasters meeting and instead of learning, you ended up eating snacks. So these comparisons, phrases and humor, you added a lot of, with this you added a lot of audience engagement, and it is essential to have all these ingredients to make a speech to have a greater impact. So this was all the positive feedback, and also coming to the purpose of the project, and you have two purposes of the project. So the first one is the project of this. The first one is the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and I would say you met this purpose by quoting different examples where you had tried to be a Toastmaster earlier and been a member in couple of others club, but you are not able to give your best. But then finally you got the right mentor, that is your mentor Lakshmi. You started seeing a change in yourself. You started progressing as a better speaker. And that's how you concluded saying that Toastmasters mentoring envisioned to be a better speaker and a leader. Now coming to the recommendations, I have two recommendations. So first recommendation is you had second purpose of the project, that is to share some aspect of previous experience as a protege. This is a project also required you to share some previous experiences where you were a protege from any time from your life outside Toastmasters, where you would have spoken about any such mentor who changed your dynamics of your life. You could have spoken about your parents because they are the greatest mentors of our lives, or you could have spoken about teacher or a colleague who guided to be your best. I felt this part was missing in your speech. This was my first recommendation. And second recommendation is you could have shared some of the instances of you and mentor, like how your mentor helped sharing her feedback to you, especially the areas of improvements from speech to speech and evaluation to evaluation, where you worked on those improvements and you started seeing the progress in you, which would have also helped the audience to get to know the feedback given by your mentor. So this was my second recommendation. So overall, an amazing speech, Devashish, and happy to see you grow exponentially, and would love to listen to your next speeches. Thank you so much. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal, for evaluating.
Thanks, Karthik.
Now moving to the next evaluator of the day, Anupama Venugopal. Toastmaster Anupama Venugopal, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Shaifali Singh. Over to you.
Thank you. I think Shaifali can't come on camera, is what she said in her message. What a fantastic speech, Toastmaster Shaifali. It was very smooth, at the same time very motivating and full of learning. Some of the usages that you had in terms of the metaphors, like life is like a river and sounding board, all of those gave further value to your speech. The object of your speech was for the member to apply the coaching skills to someone outside of Toastmasters. And I think you being a seasoned coach chose someone like your friend. I mean, that was a wonderful experience. I do know that it's not easy to coach someone who you are very closely associated with. And I'm sure it was a cakewalk for you. At the same time, you aced your objectives because you did not pick up any story, but you picked up something that was very close to your heart, and that was your friend. You excelled with your confidence, your strength over the subject. I think when you went through most of the, the rules of coaching, you knew what you were talking about. And I think that actually ensured that you meet the objectives of your speech. You beautifully captured your experience in terms of learning from your friend. The fact that you have, got a lot of learning from them, you actually understood that you should not judge anyone, and the whole thing would have changed had you judged that person. Now, in terms of giving a few suggestions for your improvement, I would say it was actually flawless, but at the same time, because I need to give you some, reasons or rather points for improving, I would suggest that when you spoke about your friend, you just said she spoke about this and that, but as a listener, I would be very curious to know what exactly happened. How did you come to the conclusion that she'd actually lost her self-confidence? It went from what she spoke to what you concluded, but I did not understand. I know the speech only calls for your experience, but at the same time, a little bit of story would have got the audience hooked. The second thing that I noticed was you were very smooth, always smiling, but I felt that you could have brought in a few more expressions on your face so that we know how you reacted when you were actually coaching your friend. So that would have actually added more value to the whole thing. And if I had to give you something to challenge yourself, it would be to bring in humor. The objective also called in to talk about something humorous. Why don't you look at bringing in humor? Because you're already a seasoned speaker. The topic you've chosen is something that you're already into. And I'm sure this bringing in humor into it will take you to the next level. Overall, an excellent speech. I really love the way you spoke. And I'm looking forward to more speeches from you. All the very best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anupama Venugopal. Moving to the next evaluator, Toastmaster Joan Joseph. Joan Joseph, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Over to you, Toastmaster Joan Joseph.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Joanne.
So it is honestly an injustice, to the speaker to ask an evaluator to evaluate in 2 to 3 minutes a keynote speech of 18 to 22 minutes. It's not fair to that speaker, but I'll try my level best. So Monica, we know what we are, not what we may be. You spoke today about identity, such an interesting topic. And I'll tell you, it's a very contemporary, relevant topic, because right now, I think a lot of people, including me, are going through this identity crisis, who we are, what we are, especially with the artificial intelligence coming in picture. As human, as a community, as a race, we are having this identity questioned. So this was a very beautiful and authentic topic that you chose. So I congratulate you for choosing an excellent topic, because as a keynote speaker, the first thing you have to keep in mind is your topic needs to be interesting and relevant to the contemporary audience. Otherwise, how will you speak for 18 to 22 minutes and keep the audience engaged? So lovely. Kudos for the selection of the topic. What I liked, I've already spoken about this, the clarity of your speech, the way you speak, it's so clear. The diction, the pauses, the punctuation, and the pronunciation. I have to praise you for that, because it's not found easily in everyone. So I loved the way you speak, the clarity of your speech. I love the fact that you engage the audience multiple times. So like check mark for that. And you have done your research. You brought in a data which was relevant for a keynote speech. So I love that. Last but not the least, I felt like you were a spelling bee contender. You were like bringing in so many new vocabularies and words: assiduous, milieu, contrite, unhinged, submissive. And there are a lot of phrases I didn't write down. I was like, okay, she has maybe gone to spelling bee. I'm not good enough to write all the vocabulary. So, but I got to hear such lovely new words. And it was like music to my ears when you were speaking. So I loved all of these aspects of your keynote speech. Now let's go to what you could have improved on. The first thing you have to keep in mind, the selection of the idea was amazing. But in a keynote speech, the objective is to bring in a core theme, okay, and bring something authentic to that theme. If you look at your project, there is a word, compelling content in the project objective. The speaker has to bring in compelling content, and compelling content comes with authenticity, and authenticity comes with personal stories. Something that I have never heard about. Identity is a topic that everywhere it's there on internet. Everybody's speaking, right? But Monica, Ashwini, what is your identity? And how did you struggle to reach to this level? And what are your plans for the next level? You yourself said in your speech, you keep on improving and you keep on figuring out your identity. How did Monica figure that out? That was not explicitly clear. You gave some aspects, like the writing part was amazing, but that explicit clarity of what your core idea was not there. Second, what I felt, what is the core message? What am I supposed to do with what you spoke about? Keynote speech always needs to have a core message, either a core message or it has to be entertaining. Like it can be extremely humorous. You entertain me for 18 minutes. Wow. Like you say in Hindi, maza aa gaya. But then if you're going for an informative speech in a keynote, as a keynote speaker, you need to give me a call of action or a message, something to take back home and think about. Today, I heard something from Monica about identity. I should also now start doing it. That call of action was not explicitly mentioned. What am I supposed to do with the discussion that we had? The third point, most important point for an 18-minute speech, I'll tell you, is transition. You brought in very compelling and interesting ideas, but that logical transition was missing. Like, for example, you spoke about zodiac sign and astrology, and I was like, now she'll ask people to talk about astrology and zodiac sign, and wow, what an engaging content. And then abruptly you went into, we all are a product of our experiences and our identities and product. And I was like, okay, you missed a beautiful opportunity for engaging the audience. You missed a beautiful opportunity for transitioning after engaging the audience. Transition is a skill as a speaker that you can learn. There are a variety of skills in transition. For example, engage the audience, get an answer from the audience, then transition to the next point. That's one way to do it. Or the second way is what, why, how, where. Divide your idea into what, start with a what, engage the audience with what, then go to where, how. Like, for example, what is identity? How do I explore my identity? Where and when should I explore my identity? What should I do with this exploration? What should I do now with that identity? That is a logical transition. Or you can go with chronology. Like, for example, as a youngster, how do you explore your identity? You're getting an idea, right? There are so many ways to transition. Google it. Transition is a skill of, as a great speaker, if you learn transition, that's half the battle won. Because majority of speakers forget about transition. So you brought in a wonderful idea. Overall, I loved it. You brought in some interesting questions. As a speaker, I feel your clarity is amazing. I love that fact. As a keynote speaker and someone who's aspiring to be, a better public speaker, I would now suggest you to focus on that core idea messaging, the structure, transitions, and, half recommendation in the end, smile. You have such a beautiful smile. In an 18-minute speech, why don't you smile? Smiling takes off all the edge and makes the audience feel like, yes, my speaker is engaged with me. So that's my final recommendation. All the best to you. I really enjoyed the speech. I just hope you could have given something more to me. All the best for your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joanna Joseph. Now moving to the last evaluator, Ishu Shukla, Toastmaster Ishu Shukla. She is evaluator of Evaluator Toastmaster Prava for the today's speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Ishu Shukla, for evaluation.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bimpy. Okay, I have Toastmaster Prabha on the screen. So, fellow Toastmasters, guests if any, and my target speaker, congratulations on completing your project evaluation and feedback. You tried to follow the CRC approach, which is commendation, recommendation, and a conclusion. The tone on which you began your evaluation was sympathetic. I could see very clearly that you were visibly moved by the speech. And what Toastmaster Maanvi said, you felt it very deeply. That is why your tone was very somber. You spoke very softly when you spoke about the suspense and the unpredictability in a speech and how it evoked variety of emotions within you. And I could sense that instant connection that I suppose all of us had with Toastmaster Maanvi's speech. It feels that you keenly listened to what she had to say content-wise. And I believe so you quoted her 1 or 2 times. but I have a few recommendations for you which can take your evaluation to the next level. Now, the tone that you used was definitely sympathetic and sensitive. However, you could have quoted the speaker maybe 1 or 2 more times. You know, when she talked about the school days, the hugs, the laughter, the music, or the food, or the person who was the life of the group. Maybe, you know, if you could bring that more, so we could feel, yes, you talked about how it evoked variety of emotions, but were there any key phrases or words in between, you know, which really made you connect well with the speaker? So that can add more to your evaluation speech. Now, when you are giving an evaluation, you have to, yes, we have to connect with the speaker and the speech, but at the same time, we have to analyze the strengths and the weaknesses in the speech. Do you get my drift? So at that point of time, while we are all in a very emotional state, but we also have to analyze her as a speaker. While you talked about how the content was really good, I believe you could have also mentioned the 2 times that I think she came near the screen, she was adjusting something, and then she went back. So that somehow disrupts our connect with the speaker. So that is something that you could have added. I am not sure if I heard you comment on her hand gestures and body language, how appropriate they were. While content forms a great part of the speech, we also have to look at the speech as a whole, how her hand gestures are, how her body language is. While you definitely talked about the pauses in the middle of the story and how the beginning was not as intended, I would suggest that when you are giving an evaluation, as an evaluator, I have to help her become a better speaker. So when I say that the beginning was not as intended, were you trying to say that she could have added something more? Should she have begun with a quote or something? So that is something that you could have added to help her, elevate her speech. Then you talked about the pauses in the middle of the story. I totally agree with that point when I believe there was a switch of the calls and when, the pause was supposed to be deafening. So I believe you could have just, told her how better she could have done it. That maybe, take a pause and let it rest on the audience. So all in all, a job very well done. You have achieved the objective of your evaluation speech, and we all can become better with more practice. All the best to you, Toastmaster Prabha. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishu Shukla. Now, can we share timer of the day? Can you share the report on the screen? Toastmaster Gihan, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, I will share screen. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Is that visible?
Yes, we can see the screen. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
We have.
So who all are disqualified? Can you just please show it once again? Or tell me who all are disqualified?
Meanwhile, Bimpy, you can ask our guests to share their feedback.
So we have one guest issue, right? Issue.
Yeah, I'm there.
Do you have any feedback for the meeting? How did you feel for today's meeting?
I have absolutely no feedback because this is, I don't know, the nth time that I have joined Gabbys, once as a speaker and probably the first time as the evaluator. And I really hope that I wasn't, too analytical of Toastmaster Prabha's speech. I really hope that she gets a good takeaway from the evaluation. And for other things, I believe it's a pleasure to be here to hear so many different speakers delivering so many different kinds of speeches. That is why I keep coming back to Gabbys and take the learning back to my home club, which is Prayagraj Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Ishu. Moving to Can we spotlight the timer and share the screen for the report?
Okay, Gihan has shared in the chat. And Dhwani, can you see Gihan shared the report in the chat? You
Yes,
can see
I
the
can.
disqualifications.
Yeah,
Yes, I can see that. I'll launch
Hmm.
the poll right away.
Meanwhile, Toastmaster Bimpy, you can ask one more of
Yeah.
our guest, Alok, to share his feedback. He's
Yeah.
from Talk Magic Toastmasters Club.
Yeah, sure. So, Toastmaster Alok, do you have any suggestions or any feedback or how you feel coming over Gabby's joining this? Any suggestions?
I don't have any suggestion for that, but I really enjoyed the meeting here. I really listening the speech, various types of speeches. And various evaluation. I really learned a lot. Rather, I will say, rather than giving any feedback, it was a very interesting meeting and many things to learn from this meeting. So I really totally enjoyed the meeting. Thank you very much for giving such wonderful opportunities to learn and grow. I wish the team members all the very best for the future endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok. Thanks to all role takers. Thanks to Toastmaster Ishu for joining us, for taking up the roles of evaluators and making us learn from you as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So we have, did we get the best speaker of the day? Can you
Yes,
share?
I'll send you in chat.
Yeah. Best speaker and best evaluator of the day.
Okay, can I announce it, Toastmaster Bimpy?
Yeah, sure. Over to you.
Okay. So we have a tie for both best speaker and best evaluator. Whom do you guess? So first, I would like to go with the best evaluator, and the best evaluator for today. And the tie we have is Toastmaster Smruti and Toastmaster Sauradatta. Distinguished Toastmaster Sauradatta has won the best evaluators. Give a big round of applause to both of them. And let me tell you, everyone were good with your evaluations, with pertinent evaluations. And thanks for all the evaluators for taking time and evaluating each speaker with the feedback you have given. Hope speakers have a great learning from you. Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause to all the evaluators. Now moving on to next, that is the best speaker. So the best speaker for today, also we have a tie, as I said, and the tie is between Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari and Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. So they both have won the best speakers. And again, each speaker were great. Kudos to all speakers. Today we had 9 speeches. It was a great speeches and wonderful evaluations. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day. You can close the meeting.
Yes, first of all, thank you everyone for joining so late, standing by this time. Thank you, timer, as well, for backing up and taking the role at spot. And thank you everyone for joining this call.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Saturday at 10 a.m. So
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank
Have
you,
a nice
everyone.
Bye-bye. Great
Good
job,
night.
Bimpy. First time took up the TMOD role.
Yes, great job.
Thank you.
Yes, Bimpy, an amazing job. I'm seeing the growth in you. Like I saw you give your first icebreaker speech and now you're doing this TMOD role. And what a fantastic growth I'm seeing here. I was thinking to myself,
literally, I don't know how it is doing.
No, I'll tell you honestly, I'm loving it. And with so many technical glitches, you handled it smoothly. Like
It's
really,
it's
really
like
a shout out.
I could say that it is a team effort. Like on spot, Gihan has took the timer role. Otherwise, I don't know what could have done.
Absolutely, it's a team effort. And Gihan is like on fire in Gabbys, I feel. Like he's always there to help out. I know that, I've seen that, but yes, absolutely. Kudos to the whole team and especially to you, Bimpy, because I'm seeing that growth in you and it's fantastic. It's amazing. All the best. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
to all
you.
of you for
Bye.
making
Good
this
night.
meeting a great meeting. See you all back on Saturday,
Bye. Good night.
23rd, 10 a.m.
Thank you, Karthik,
Bye.
for accommodating my requests and for bugging you so many times.
It was my pleasure, and you're a member of Gabbys, and you will get slots.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.